Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Parkside Merchant channel. For today's video, we're going to spend a couple of minutes taking a look at some of the most watched items within the Yugioh category on eBay. And we're going to use this fun website called Watch Count, which is a pretty interesting resource. I may do a video tomorrow talking about some other clever ways to use Watch Count when it comes to going after some of these different kinds of auctions and different types of offerings. But for today's video, just wanted to kind of very simply do a couple of my reactions and thoughts about the items that are collecting the most watchers in the Yu-Gi-Oh category on eBay. So here we go. Let's just dive in. It's always interesting to me how people always are watching these like lots, and there's these people out there that have, it's a business model, right? What they do is they buy up a lot of old collections, they skim through them, they take up all the good cards usually, grade those, and then sell the graded cards. And they sell all this bulk that's like bulk cards, and they'll often tell you, like in the description, you'll get this many cards, random cards, from my heaps and piles of inventory. And it may or may not include a holo in a certain level of condition, like near mint or something like that. There's all kinds of gimmicks, but this is the kind of stuff that always attracts like thousands of watchers for some reason. And you can see here, like, you know, these are basically just huge vats. Take a look at this, like $7.95, right? You get a 100 card lot, and this person's got more than 10 available. They just have like massive amounts of cards. And, you know, you can see here, they've got almost 13,000 of these things sold. So I don't know. It seems to me like kind of a silly thing, but it always attracts a lot of watchers. And maybe for people who play the game still, it's useful because you might be able to pick up some of the modern stuff that way that could be playable, but not really something that ever interests me very much, like these mystery lots where you just get a random set of cards. That's not terribly useful to me. Let's see what else is drawing a lot of watchers here on eBay. These are kind of fun. Check these out. These are like the anime versions of the card. Isn't that fun? So I guess you get like a copy of the card that looks just like what they looked like on the television series, which is kind of interesting. I don't know that I would personally buy this, but I can get the appeal. It's kind of a fun thing to have. Let's see what else is here. Oh, look at this. The sacred cards, folks. Check it out. Sealed. Last one. 383 sold. Well, look at that. I mean, that's a lot. 383 of this thing is sold with the 3 cards in there. You multiply that by 3. They're all probably in mint condition, which means I wouldn't be buying this for the cards, right? Because that's all gradable stuff in there usually. So yeah, it's fun, but I could see why a lot of people don't buy this because there's just a lot of these sealed ones that are available. Let's see what else is going on here. Hey, this is fun. Check this out. Funko Pop Animation. This is like a Blue Eyes. That's kind of neat. That's actually kind of a fun little thing. That's pretty cool. I don't think I would buy it, but it's kind of fun. I like that. Okay, well, that's what you get for the Yu-Gi-Oh category. Now let's take a look at Yu-Gi-Oh PSA 10. Right, that's the best PSA grade. So let's see. Okay, I just ran a new search for Yu-Gi-Oh PSA 10. Let's get a load of what's going on. Ooh, look at this, guys. I was just talking about this a couple days ago. What if somebody sold a complete LOB first edition registry set? And that's exactly what this person appears to have here. That's amazing. Really, very amazing what this person did. 1.5 million. I mean, that's the kind of price it would probably cost. You know, why would you part with something like this for anything less, frankly? I mean, how many 100% completed registry sets exist for LOB in Yu-Gi-Oh? It's probably less than 10, maybe 5 or 6 are like complete. And then there's a couple stragglers that are missing a few cards or whatever. So that's pretty amazing. So this is pretty cool. I can see why that has a lot of watchers on it, right? Let's see what else. Is this the... This is hysterical, folks. I just did a video like a couple days ago where somebody had an SDK unlimited for $250,000. 10 times this price, which is hilarious to me. So that's really funny that somebody is listing that for 10 times less. Couple of Toon Dragons, lots of blue eyes, no surprise there. This thing has been up for sale for a while. I think this is the same one that we saw in the video last week. The price actually may have come down a little bit from what I recall. I don't remember exactly, but it's interesting, right? That's a big card. Those don't come up for sale a ton, which is kind of interesting to see. We've got a Pharaoh Servant Unlimited Jinzo. That's too bad. The first edition ones probably go for a lot, but I don't know that people are buying up a lot of the unlimited ones. I mean, because if you want an unlimited Jinzo, you may as well just get a BPT Jinzo. Then, if you're going to do a PSV Jinzo, you should just do it in the first edition, in my opinion. Kind of an interesting observation. I've been thinking for a long time about doing a video about the Yu-Gi-Oh market size so that people could get an understanding of how big this market is. But if you take a look here, right, Yu-Gi-Oh PSA 10, you get 160 watchers, maybe like 130, 150 or so for like these real holy grail cards. Here we have an LOB first edition Blue Eyes for sale that's got 138 watchers. What's very interesting to see by comparison, folks, is if you click on, like if we went to Pokemon, right? Check this out. Okay, so here you go, folks. Take a look at this. Remember how it was like 138 or maybe 150 watchers for some of the most popular Yu-Gi-Oh items? You can see here that for Pokemon, it's honestly ridiculous in terms of how much bigger the watch count is on some of the stuff that's at the top. So, and this is just, by the way, for the PSA 10, right? I mean, look at this. Several cards that have several hundred watchers. Obviously, it's a lot of Charizards by the looks of it. So, again, you're going to expect to see that Pokemon is a much bigger hobby. I'm not saying this is a surprising insight to anybody, but when you kind of want to get a gut check on like how much bigger is the Pokemon market versus the Yu-Gi-Oh market, this kind of is as good a gut check as any when it comes to the level of interest or the level of market attraction to follow these auctions. If the Blue Eyes White Dragon gets 130 or 150, and then some of these cards get 1,500, it suggests Pokemon might be as big as 10x the size of the population pool of bidders, potentially, or watchers on some of these items. Again, this is not like a hard and fast rule, but it's a kind of a fun sort of a proxy to get a sense of how big, comparatively speaking, some of these markets are. So, and I can't even imagine if we just typed in like PSA 10 here on watch count, right? Let's see here. That's interesting, actually. It looks like Pokemon is getting just about as much as some of these sports cards. I would have expected some of these, these Fleers or some of these Topps cards to have maybe tens of thousands of watchers, but I guess not. Maybe Pokemon is just as popular from a watch count perspective as some of these sports cards. That's certainly what this would suggest. So I think that's all here for this video, folks. Just wanted to give you some of my thoughts about watch count, react to a couple things that I saw here that are at the top of the heap, so to speak, of the different inventory that's available. I'll probably do a video soon about other ways you can use watch count to identify auctions, identify buying opportunities. There's a lot of fun stuff and a lot of interesting functionality this website does have if you know how to play with it correctly. So that's all here, folks. Thanks again for watching. This is the Parkside Merchants channel, and we'll see you next time.